opportunities. I thought the offense moved the ball really well. Had 5 shots in their territory, came away with 4 field goals. You're just not going to win football games.
Robert, it seems like it's a thing with the penalties. How do you get this under control?
Got to keep trying to figure it out, but you know you address it. They know what the rules are. They're just coming at the worst times, obviously. So.
You kind of got a loss just with this stretch with no touchdowns. It's now, since the first quarter of the Giants game. Is it just hard to believe?
Yeah, it just it's what's frustrating is the different ways that we're creating to not get in the end zone. Zach scores, but obviously his toe is barely out. We score in the next play, but we get a holding penalty. We're driving the ball well, but we knock ourselves into a non-advantageous situation where we're 2nd and 20. It just happened over and over and over again. We're generating offense, we're moving the ball, but again, we're not finishing our drives the way we need to.
Robert, do you feel that because of these offensive struggles, you guys are wasting your defense and what they're doing?
Well, yeah, you play great defense. We do have a championship defense. It's not about wasting. It's we've got to take advantage of it, obviously, but give the Raiders credit. They made the plays when they needed to, but we've got to find a way to start generating points for sure.
Robert,
with the offense, if the quarterback is staying the same, if the play caller is staying the same, what gives you the confidence that at this point in the season you can turn it around? Because this has been almost every week.
No, for sure. The hard part for me is when I'm watching. You're watching the game, and obviously, like I've said, it's very easy to look at the play caller, the head coach, the signal, or the quarterback, but they're moving the ball. Today we moved the ball, and just penalties at on the O-line, penalties at tight end, penalties at running back, it's just dumb stuff that we need to get cleaned up. Where it's not going to change. But if we can clean it up and at least give ourselves a chance to play clean football to see what it looks like, I still believe it'll look pretty good.
How do you go about addressing that, Robert? Is there something you do in practice? Is it something you do to hold your penalties? How do you coach that out of the team?
Yeah, you as a coach, you always talk about the pre-snap and post-snap penalties, and in-play penalties are a little bit more tricky, I guess you could say, but some of them are just I've got my thoughts. Obviously, I'm not going to say much here, but we'll try again. So,
what gives you the confidence you can turn this around?
Same thing. Like I said, I thought the offense moved the ball well today. Again, you have 5 drives into their territory and come away with 4 field goals and a turnover. Obviously, you're just a lot of them are just self-inflicted wounds. If we could just get that out of our game, we'll be all right. But right now, it's obviously it's not good enough.
Was there a point in time where the changed? If I'm not mistaken, the first 4 or 5 games of the season, that penalties weren't an issue for you guys, and then it just changed.
Yeah, no. Again, I'm just going to keep my thoughts on how that happens, but to myself. But it's definitely been a problem these last 4 games.
A couple more. How do you think Zach played?
Again, I thought he did all right. There was obviously a couple plays that I'm sure he wants back. I thought the linebacker made an unbelievable play on the interception. I thought he moved around the pocket well. I thought he picked up some good yards with his legs. We were converting 3rd downs. I think it was the best rate we've been converting them. And to give a full assessment on Zach, I think it'd be fair to ask for everyone around him to play a little bit better, but especially with the penalties. But overall, I thought he did a decent job.
Robert, why isn't Breeskin more involved in the passing game? It seems like he's been making big plays.
Yeah, for sure. It's stuff that we'll look at. Usually with his production is going to come on checkdowns and all that stuff. Typical for a back, but it's something we definitely need to look at.
Robert, I know you say everyone's got to be better around Zach. When you look at the numbers that are starting to compile here, they're not good. I mean, he's got 1 passing touchdown in his last 21 quarters. I think it is. So when you see other guys around the league going out of blue and they're throwing 3 touchdowns a game, I mean, why is it not working here?
I don't know. We'll keep digging on tape, and like I said, it's when you're sitting on 3rd and 12 plus because you've had a penalty and you're fighting to just get back on track. Because you're 1st and 20, 2nd and 20, and 3rd and 11 plus situations, it's not many guys around the league will score touchdowns, and I think that's what's frustrating is that we're not giving ourselves a chance to continue and stay on schedule to see what would happen. But hopefully that answers your question. But it's frustrating because the answer lies in the fact that we're moving the ball and we're committing penalties and shooting ourselves in the foot and not giving ourselves a chance to stay on track.
Aaron told NBC today that his plan is to return in mid-December. Does that line up with what you are anticipating as well?
I don't know. It's if the doctors clear him, we'll clear him.
Robert, we saw, I think Mosley went to the sideline, Garrett at one point. Any injuries?
They all came back. CJ would have been able to finish the game if they had a 2-minute drive. CJ would have went in. 50. Sam. He's dealing with a hip.